Some of you are learning for the first time tonight. I serve as the president of the Dream For It Foundation. Several years ago, probably about 6 years ago, I wrote a song entitled Dream. And we were planning a concert, and a friend of mine who had worked with me on some music, Rusty Saunders, he said, we should do more than a concert. We should do a concert that is about more than music. So within a month or so, we did the paperwork and trademarked the name and put together this foundation, the Dream For It Foundation. And I've personally always had a passion for encouraging young people, and we earmarked any funds that we would raise through the foundation to help support young people as they headed to college. And we've been doing that for the past 5 years, and with what we distribute tonight, we would have given out $25,000 in scholarships. I've shared before, I spent a great deal of my life having dreams but not pursuing those dreams. And over the past several years, I kind of wiped the slate clean and went after a bunch of those dreams. And I want other persons, such as yourselves, such as the young persons we'll honor tonight, to do the same, because I believe dreams are worth going after and dreams are worth achieving. I sing quite a bit, have the opportunity to go throughout the Baltimore region, Virginia, and I always encounter persons who I feel are inspiring others to dream. So in addition to giving out scholarships, we also honor persons who are in the community working hard to inspire others. Can I introduce you tonight to our 2012 Dream Honorees? They're coming now. Let's celebrate each one of them. I want to tell you a little bit about each one of them. They were led by my wife. She's out from seat A1 and she's up on the stage. My wife, and if she can come around. And this is my daughter, our daughter. And I want to just take a couple of minutes to share some information with you about some special people who are on the stage tonight. Dr. Larry Alessi, I believe, is over here on the far left, your right. He is director, I don't want to mix up his title. He works at the Harvard Bel Air Community Health Center. I encountered him at a funeral that was held for a very close friend of mine who had worked at his agency. And he spoke at the funeral, and he talked about how they encounter a number of persons who have mental challenges, and their opportunity, they see it as an opportunity to help these persons navigate through life to where God wants them to be. I honored him tonight in the memory of that friend of mine, Miss Juanita Young, who passed away suddenly several months ago. But I feel her legacy lives on through persons like Dr. Alessi and the Harvard Bel Air Center, who are preserving dreams even for persons who persons have written off and think they're not worth saving. His agency, his organization is doing just that. We celebrate him tonight. Dr. Larry Alessi. Next to him, I graduated in 1980. I'm turning 50 this year. Graduated in 1980, and during my middle school and high school years, I had a principal who, he didn't know it, but he was a strong Black African-American role model. He was my principal. He's Dr. Walter Ampray. More than a principal, he was for me, and I had an older brother who spent a lot of time in his office. I didn't spend that much time there. My brother did. But he was an inspiration, and he gave us an opportunity to see what we could become. He didn't stop at being a principal. He's been superintendent. He now is president of his own foundation, educational foundation. Please help me celebrate someone who didn't know years ago, 30 years ago, that he was inspiring me to do great things, Dr. Walter Ampray. I went to a graduation, a high school graduation, probably about a month ago, and I learned something I think I knew, that everybody doesn't graduate from the traditional high school because some young people find it challenging to survive in the traditional academic environment. But they've got to graduate also and realize their dreams. And I sat there and I listened to the staff from the Strawbridge School celebrate and talk about their commitment to young persons who have had difficulties, who have had challenges. And on that day, they were celebrating with them their high school graduation. And I was reminded that even for persons who aren't like me, who can't do it the way I did it, there is value in education. And I wanted to celebrate tonight Mr. Thomas Curcio. Thank you, sir. He is the principal president of that school. As you might guess, I have a real appreciation for the arts, music, dance. Miss Donna Jacobs is president, founder of the Morton Street Dance Company. Let's celebrate her. She herself has been in Maryland's top 100, I believe, for at least 3 years, and she commits herself to training and developing young boys and young girls in the arts, and I celebrate her tonight, Ms. Donna Jacobs. Ms. Ebony Johnson. I started my foundation 5 years ago. She recently started a nonprofit to inspire young girls in Baltimore City. I'm correct, right? My daughter, who's a member of our board, brought her name to our attention. I want to say the name of it. It's Pass Incorporated, and it is, say the first word. Promoting, thank you. Promoting athletics, scholarship, and I want to get in the picture.
Sisterhood.
Sisterhood for young girls. I celebrate her tonight. She's working in Baltimore City and just doing great things. My daughter couldn't say enough about her. When she found out we were honoring her, she wanted to support us, bought a group of tickets to be here. Keep doing what you're doing, okay? My daughter wants you to know she's a Delta also. I've had the opportunity to recognize several pastors. I'm on staff at Morning Star Baptist Church in Catonsville. I think my pastor's here. I'm a staff member of my pastor's Bishop Dwayne C. Debnam. We've honored him. We've honored Bertha Green because I feel personally, and I may be a little biased, that our pastors have such impact on our lives. They preach to us, they teach us, and I believe their goal, one of their goals, is to inspire us to become all that God wants us to be. Bishop Reginald Kennedy is pastor of the Gospel Tabernacle Baptist Church in Baltimore City. And I offer for those who aren't familiar with the African American church, more than a pastor, he is an inspiration, and he is a mouthpiece, and he is a catalyst for empowering and encouraging persons to dream. God bless you, Bishop Kennedy. One of our board members, Kimber Lucky, always pushes us to ensure that we are being as diverse as possible in our recognitions. She was familiar with the Latino Provider Services Network, knew their services, their commitment to the Latino population, bringing a number of organizations together to ensure that that population gets access to job services, educational opportunities. The marketing coordinator for that network is with us, and we honor him and that network tonight. Welcome, Angelo Soleros. Thank you so much. I think one of the challenges I know it's a challenge for African Americans. You know, I can't speak for everybody, but one of the challenges is sound financial literacy. You know, getting our finances together. And I believe the inability to do that keeps so many people handcuffed and allows us or prevents us from pursuing our dreams. Help me welcome from the Money Place Financial Services partnership with Bon Secours Hospital, Althea Saunders Rainier. She offers residents in Southeast Baltimore, a range of financial services, checking accounts, financial training, financial literacy. I appreciate what she does. I grew up in Southeast Baltimore for a little while. Then I moved. I was a county boy. I moved. But I grew up right down the street from Bon Secours Hospital on Pulaski Street. And my father worked really hard to have sound financial literacy, so I applaud the great things you're doing in that community to help them survive even these economic crises. Let's celebrate her again. I was here at the Gordon Center. I guess it was about 6 months ago. Someone invited me to sing on another program here for the Dreams Do Exist Foundation. President Daryl Smith is here. Let's celebrate Mr. Smith. His foundation, I was thrilled to be a part of it that night. His foundation, similar to our foundation, is committed to inspiring young persons to dream. He's an author, former ball player, and he is doing great things to give back to the community. So come on, help me celebrate Daryl Clinton Smith. And last but certainly not least, I was watching TV several months ago, and I caught the tail end of a story regarding this next gentleman who we are honoring, Mr. O.J. Brigance. Let's celebrate him. Many of you know him as a Raven, and also know about his contributions on the football field. I caught this interview and recognized some of the more recent challenges he was faced with in his fight to get quality services to persons like himself who are challenged with ALS. The interview inspired me. I found it encouraging. And I mentioned to the board that I wanted to honor him, encourage he and his wife, who couldn't be here tonight, who both are leaders and presidents and founders of the Brigade Brigance Fund. I think I said it right. I got it right. I can't remember all this. Come on, help me celebrate O.J. Brigance. These are, and you got to stand up and celebrate them and celebrate yourself for being here tonight and supporting the foundation. Our 2012 honorees for the Dream Foundation. Thank you all so much. I want to introduce you now. As we share, we use the funds, and I want to thank, I got my list of things not to forget. I cannot forget to thank the board, all of our board members. Many of them are here tonight. Help me applaud each and every one of them. They work diligently, not to just put this concert on, but to raise funds, coordinate activities. A number of them are persons I've met in my career and in my travels. So I appreciate each and every one of them and what they bring to the foundation. So I want to thank them. And I want to thank each and every one of our sponsors, because our sponsors give us funds that we then kind of pass through our foundation and give to our college students. And I want to introduce you tonight to 3 of our 4 2012 Dream Scholars. They are coming now. All right. I am very excited. Let me introduce you, Mr. Tyrone Parker, Miss Brianna Scales, and Miss Megan Walsh. There is one more person who applied and actually was awarded a scholarship. She is Victoria Bell. She lives in South Carolina, so you know, it was tough. We didn't want to make her drive all the way up here. So I guess you got to clap real loud. Maybe. I'm always excited about the opportunity. I have just a real passion for encouraging young persons. This year, I think we got maybe about 10 applications, and we awarded 4 persons this year. We were still able to send even those persons who weren't awarded a scholarship a check for their books. So let's thank God for that. Every little bit helps. Anybody putting somebody through college knows that. Every little bit helps, but I had the opportunity to read the applications for these persons. Subcommittee reviewed them and awarded these persons. Let me tell you where they're going to school. Tyrone Parker is headed to Shenandoah University. He's already there. Came back tonight. He's already checked in. Brianna Scales is headed to Coppin State University. And Megan Walsh is headed to the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. And Victoria Bell, once again, you got to scream real loud. She's headed to the Columbia International College in South Carolina. We want these young people to do one simple thing: dream. We want them to dream and achieve great things. Life, and they're learning this firsthand, comes with a bunch of curveballs. It does. You're going, Brianna, in one direction. Life starts to send you in a different direction. But you might get delayed, but you will not get denied. When Brianna filled out her application and was awarded the scholarship, she was headed to Clark Atlanta University. Clark Atlanta didn't work out, so she had gotten accepted. It's great to have options, that's one thing. So she had gotten accepted to Coppin, so she's going to Coppin. Any Coppin graduates in the house? Life has curveballs, but you will prevail. We rank, amen? We rank the scholarships in order based on grade point average and participation, et cetera. And so let me tell you the ranking. That's how we'll give out our scholarships tonight. In South Carolina, Victoria Bell, will send this down to her. We awarded her a $500 scholarship for her studies at the Columbia International University. It's real loud again. Let me see, I got to remember the order. Okay, I got it. Brianna Scales, I mentioned her before. She is headed, as I said, to Coppin State University, and we are awarding her tonight a $1,250 scholarship for her studies at Coppin. Tyrone Parker, headed again to Shenandoah University. We're also awarding him tonight a $1,250 scholarship. And Megan Walsh, who somehow kind of floated to the top of our ranking and headed to University of Maryland, Baltimore County, we're awarding her tonight a $1,500 scholarship for her education. And because we know, in addition to the tuition expenses, you have personal expenses, we were also able, thank you for your support for our sponsors, we're also able to give them a $100 check each for their personal expenses. Come on. So I'm going to ask my wife to give these envelopes to them because my eyes are... I'm 50. Even with the glasses, my eyes aren't doing real well. And we'll do a picture when they all have them. Look at this. You still got yours? Good. Look, and we'll also give them this dream coat or umbrella hanger so they can place this prominently in their dorm room. Thank you, Lady Jackie Brown. Thank you so much. You see this again. Megan was on vacation. She came back from her vacation early. You got to come back early to get money, so somebody giving me money, I'll slip back a little early too, so. Come on, one more time. Let's celebrate all three of them. Come on, let's get pictures. God, we started doing this last year. I'm just so grateful for the support we get. And I have a friend who's older now, and she contacted us and said each year she gives $100 to a young person to help them with school supplies. And she said, well, I'm not able to get out and do it. Could your foundation just start doing it? And here's the amazing thing. She kind of gave us the $100 stipends. She gave us maybe like 30 of them so we could put them in somewhere so they could draw interest. That's what she wanted to do. But, and so in my travels, I'm always going around, kind of keep my eyes open to help somebody. I sang or preached a couple months ago at the Lamb of Life Baptist Church. Vanessa Booth is in the house, Pastor Vanessa Booth. And I asked her if she would help me identify a young person from her congregation who could use this support. and Keontae is here. Come on, Keontae. So we went and spent those monies. We looked at Keontae's list and kind of augmented his list with some extra things. And it's all in this book bag. We'll give that to Keontae. He is headed to third grade. Dreams come true, Keontae. Now, Keontae, do you want to say anything? You don't want to say anything? He's holding his head down. He don't want to say anything. We love you, man. All right. His mother is here. Isn't his mother here? Mom is right down there on the front row. Hi, Mom. Wave to Mommy. There you go, buddy. Come on, let's celebrate Keontae.